We're going to talk a little bit about Amcor.
All right.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Can I just put your arrow in? Go back.
Oh, is it?
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
If you haven't heard of Amcor before, don't worry, most people haven't. We're kind of tucked back on Lane Road on the east side of Madison. We're a manufacturer of flexible packaging. So here's some items that we do here. We don't do the bottles. Amcor has a different portion of our business called Amcor Rigids Plastics, and they do the bottles. So at our Madison facility, we do the pouches, just as an example. We have over 33,000 people around the world. We're a global company, 200 sites, 40 countries. About to be even bigger, we just acquired Bemis as well. So that is a Neenah-based company in Wisconsin. So in Wisconsin, our presence is going to be just as, if not bigger than all of the other countries too. So thank you. Our winning aspiration at Amcor is to be the leading global company. We feel like we're winning when our people are engaged. Our investors benefit from our growth. Our customers grow from our quality, service, and innovation, and our environment is better. Everything we do at Amcor starts and ends with safety. So we strive to have everybody go home the same way they came in every day. Each individual plant has safety teams, safety managers, safety activities every week. We encourage safety not only at the workplace, but at home as well. Here's just some example of some of our biggest customers. We have over 3,200 patents registered as well. And we're continuing to grow. So with Bemis acquisition, we'll have even more than that. In the last 3 years, Amcor has earned over 30 innovation awards as well, which, just some examples, total cost of ownership, safety for the products, attractive packaging, and then sustainable packaging. Which leads me into our Amcor pledge. In 2018, we pledged that by 2025, we'd be totally recyclable or reusable. So that was a huge pledge, a big commitment. We have our research and development team that is actually based out of our Madison facility, who is working on this day and night.
So when you do products, do your customers send you what they want, or do you design for them?
Both. So they kind of send us an idea. We have an art and spec approval departments in each plant that send it back, and then we kind of go back and forth, and then we have an agreed upon art process. So yeah. We are partnering to make a better world as well. So we partner with these specific sustainability partners. So Ocean Conservancy is a big one. We do a coastal cleanup every year, every plant. So we did one along Lake Michigan last year. We did one in Madison.
Yep.
Can't think, it's on Lake Cardona. Yeah. So we had members of the Madison team come and clean up the park and the shoreline. You'd be surprised how much stuff's under all that stuff in Madison.
So gross.
I know. We partner with an Earthwatch Institute as well. So once a year we send one or two people, whoever applies, from each plant to a different country. They study ocean debris, and they study what the actual amount of debris, and then they bring it back to the Earthwatch Institute, and then they submit that for further reasoning on where is the most pollution. So it's a cool partnership as well.
All right, so bringing us to Madison. So our facility, we staff over 170 employees currently. So we are proud to support a very diverse workforce. We also have a lot of employee engagement that we do. So that can be anywhere from golf outings, picnics, Christmas parties, we do raffles. So we always like to keep our people engaged. It's really important to us. Our building actually has gone through quite a few different acquisitions, and we're currently in another acquisition with Bemis, like she said.
Oh, that's my job. Sorry.
So we have many opportunities with Amcor. So we have people that come in with no experience at all, or people that have had years of experience operating machines or just in the manufacturing world itself. So we also have a 30, 60, 90-day plan that the supervisors go over with each and every coworker. So that gives us an opportunity to know where they want to be, how they're doing, how they're progressing, and we do that with everybody. So here is Mike. He is one of our success stories, one of our many success stories. Mike actually started right out of high school back in 1988 when we were a DRG. So he started as a helper on one of our printing presses, and he became a press operator shortly after that. He stayed through the several acquisitions, and fast forward 31 years, Mike's now running our warehouse department. He's one of our top supervisors, very helpful. He's brought in a couple people actually from high school in Marshall,
Yep.
right? Yeah. Well, not Marshall, but he stays very in the know with a lot of different kids, and they actually come and work for us after that, so it's pretty exciting stuff.
Oh, no.
Nope, that's good. So we're growing. So not only are we through an acquisition with Bemis, but we're actually growing our facility. So as she said, we're kind of tucked back. We're right off the bus line, which is really awesome too. But yeah, we're tucked back and we're expanding the little bit of area that we can. But it's actually 90,000 square feet. So it's a multi-million-dollar expansion. Right here is pretty much the majority of our employees. We had a groundbreaking ceremony, which is really fun to just get everybody together and do that. So.
Where
This
are
is
you
a
located exactly?
yeah. So we're off of Lean Road, East Washington, Lean Road.
Yep.
What's the Laredo's? Laredo's. Yep. This is just a few things that we offer. I would say competitive wages, definitely. Medical, dental, and vision. Vacation packages for everyone after their 90 days. 10 paid company holidays, tuition assistant program. And we also have a first, second, and third shift. So those that are going to continue to go to college, we have that flexibility as well. Conveniently located off the bus line. We provide all safety equipment, PPE. So we do bump caps, we do hairnets, safety glasses, steel-toed shoes, and we would provide all of that.
So you don't have to run 24/7. We can shut down for Christmas and Thanksgiving and stuff.
So currently during our expansion, we have ran into some departments running 24/7, but not all departments. The more entry-level roles are going to be the roles that are going to be that first, second, third. And then we also provide a fitness reimbursement as well. Any questions or anything else you want us to go more in detail about Amcor or Madison in general?
Could you talk a little bit more about some of the different position titles and where they can lead up to, like what
Sure.
a jobby someone starts at and how they would progress up?
Sure. So I'm sure many of you have heard of like our inspector packers. So a lot of companies have inspector packers, right? So that's going to be the most entry-level role. So that's going to be working on the line and assisting with the operator on the machine. That's going to be a really good way to get into the building. And we actually have a lot of people that start there and then they move to an operator. And that's why we will have those positions open pretty frequently. So from an operator in the pouching department, that gives them an idea of what's going on in the plant, and then that gives them an opportunity to move to an operator in our rotogravure. So that's going to be a very large printing press, about the size of 3 of these rooms.
Tall.
Yeah. So when you get to that department, that's going to be a little more, more intense work, doing a lot more running the webs and stuff like that. So.
The pay is much more significant in those more complex technical departments than the entry level.
You do all the training, obviously.
Yep, and we actually have people in that department that started as inspector packers. Yep.
Do you have students, like, do you have youth apprenticeship? Do they start at that bottom level then?
So we go through a training program in-house. We have not partnered with Youth Apprentice yet. That's something that we have been going to be a part of. We're fairly new with Amcor, and we want a lot more change and be a lot more involved. So that's definitely a goal of ours.
We're harassing, don't worry.
What are the positions you have the most difficult time staffing?
Staffing or, well, our entry level roles are always going to be the one that is going to be a little more turnover.
Big in volume.
Yeah. Yep. And I mean, in manufacturing, that's very well known. Any entry level role is going to be like that. But our goal is to go through those 30, 60, 90 days so that we can work with them to see where they want to be and what they want to do and maybe what they're struggling with so that we can get them to the next level. So I think that that's probably going to be the toughest one.
Can you give an idea of like your hourly rate for entry level positions?
Sure.
And then how it progresses?
Yeah, so when they do the 30, 60, 90, that's going to be a point to be able to give them a pay raise. We don't bring anyone any lower than $14 an hour. We have operators that start at about 22, and then they go all the way up till,
Over 30.
yeah.
And that's doing that big,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's
A big
all,
thing.
yeah. The more years of experience and the more technical and the more machines you can run, the more you'll be compensated. So.
We also offer quarterly bonuses to everybody in the facility that's in production. And those are based on KPIs, both for themselves as well as a plant in the whole.
Define KPI, please.
Key performance
Thank you.
indicators. It's based on safety, quality, and waste.
but we're gonna get a tour once the expansion's done.
Yes, so we really wanted to have, thank you so much for hosting, because we really wanted to, and we had it kind of all planned out that we would be, but with the expansion, just for safety reasons, we thought that it might not be the best idea.
Anything falling on.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's falling into a new, but we didn't want anyone. Yeah. But I think it's really cool just to see, like, I know you were saying you brought your son and he was able to see the different things. There's some really, like, we have Uncle Ben's Ready Rice. I'm sure everybody knows what that is, the Ready Rice pouches. Those are like a prime example, and people are like, whoa, you do that here? I wish we would have brought samples, but yeah, it's pretty cool of some of the
Yeah,
things
bring rice
to do.
next time.
I know.
Rice for everyone.
Yeah.
But when we have, people come in and do tours, they're like, oh my gosh, I use that,
Yeah.
those are Band-Aids, I use those every day, like, it's pretty cool.
So, because your products are being filled with food and then, I don't know what the right word is, like health care type
Yep.
supplies, you must have pretty strict safety sanitation requirements?
Yes, and if we see a bug, a fly, a mosquito or something, it's like
Shut
everything
down.
shuts down and we hunt that thing down, so,
Yeah.
yes.
This is true.
I mean, right? Like,
Yeah.
you can't have a mosquito in your rice.
Yes, yes.
We are ISO certified, so we go through several audits a year to make sure we're meeting those standards for food and
Yeah,
and
and I
pharma.
would have never thought that until I went through, like, 2 years ago. I didn't
Yeah.
realize what they made. And
Yeah,
Like, changes things a little bit. Yeah.
exactly.
Cool.
Yeah. And we're right here in Madison, I mean, who would have thought?
On the way to Target.
Yeah, like our office front is very small, so you can just go by it and not even notice, but if you look back, we go forever. And now over with the new expansion, so.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right.
Any other questions?